This is the Backlog Exposed podcast, bringing you weekly discussions on gaming, as well as quick insights into sports, entertainment, and anything else that we can think of. To get in touch with us, ask questions, or just hang out and chat, join us in the Backlog Exposed Discord. Follow us on Twitter at @TheBacklogPod, or send us an email at thebacklogexposed@gmail.com. You can find all of our social media information, as well as many different ways to listen to our podcast by visiting our website, thebacklogexposed.com.
I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
And we are
The Backlog
Exposed.
You're listening to episode number 15 of The Backlog Exposed, being recorded on both September 12th and 13th of 2018. And joining us today are some special guests. So, as always, Sergeant Sniper himself, Joe Rubel. And alongside us today, we have JT, otherwise known as Jed on the podcast. You've heard him referenced before. We also have Andy Walton and Jason Edens. They're going to be joining us today to talk about gaming, talking about being a dad in gaming, and this is a great podcast for you to jump into. We really think you'll enjoy this one because this gives another perspective. Our target audience is really just adult gamers, but we'll let anybody listen for sure, but this one right here, this one's going to hit home to a lot of people. We just have a fun riff today talking about life as a dad, gaming, hitting some of these new releases like Spider-Man, things like that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. We have a pretty good one today where we just rant and rave, talk and chat, and we hope you enjoy this one. Again, thank you, Andy. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jed. And as always, Joe and I thank you, the listeners. Enjoy. Joe, give me a little something.
A little bit of something.
All right, that'll do it.
A little bit of what? Hey, man, did y'all watch that Packers game? Oh, my God. I woke the whole house up almost.
I was going to add, I wanted to bring that up today with you.
Oh, my God, dude. I've watched a lot of football, but that right there was probably the best game I've seen in a long time.
You guys know if they've, I haven't really been following it too much. They announced anything about the multiplayer for Red Dead yet?
I haven't really seen anything about it. I'm hoping they do something with it and it's pretty decent, but
They said there's going to be a battle royale for it, which sounded freaking badass, like a Western battle royale.
Andy Walton here. Got my headset.
what up, dude?
Nice to
Damn,
meet
man.
you guys.
Did you leave the gym at the gym or what?
I did. I brought a little bit with me.
Jesus. Dude's got damn huge arms.
Andy right there. That's my old workout partner.
That's your workout partner. Why does Andy look way bigger than you, Kevin? Like, what are you working out?
My gut.
Kevin's working on his beard.
Working that gut, I
My
see.
belly.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. I got one of them going right now, too.
Yeah, you letting it grow back. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
man,
So-
I have to. I'm not in the military no more.
That's right.
15 years of shaving. I'm done shaving.
Jed's no longer military, but he's still got a government job that he doesn't want to let the beard grow out.
Yeah.
Oh, I said,
Really?
hell with that. I hung that up.
Yeah, he
Man.
works at the DOD. He doesn't
He's
want
working the wrong government job then.
I know, right? Hell, if you just wait for Jason 2 days, he's got a full-grown beard. Looks like he ain't shaved in 10 months.
Yeah, well, when I get out, I'm going to go full like man bun.
Don't go a man bun, bro. Come on. I'll disown you.
I'm going to look like a guy.
I would disown you if you got a man bun.
I'm going to braid my beard too, so it evens out.
I'm not mad about the beard. Let it grow, but please don't get a man bun. I think Kevin would be jealous.
I would. This is,
Kevin, if you went from bald to man bun, that would be awesome. Just a complete transition.
That would be impressive. If you figured that out, Kevin, you'd become way richer than us trying this podcast.
I'll tell you what.
So where you live at, Andy?
Right now, I reside in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
On the east side of Columbus, Ohio. Where are you?
I'm in Kentucky.
Okay, what part of Kentucky?
Urban?
Irvin.
Let's see. You probably heard of Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 35, 40 minutes south of Lexington.
Okay, all right.
We were just up in your neck of the woods, man, at the Cincinnati Zoo. Or is that what it was? The aquarium. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, about an hour and a half from here. We're in the middle, kind of in the middle of the state. I was in Cleveland for 3 years and here in Tampa, Florida before that. That's how I know Kevin.
Ohio's not a bad state. It's a bad rap, but it's not a bad state.
I don't know why everybody makes fun of it. It's like we got everything up here.
Well, we make fun of you guys because you can't spell Ohio by yourself.
Yeah, we need 4 of us. That's right.
O-H.
Dad,
What, buddy?
one day can we go back to the aquarium?
Yes, we can go back to the aquarium one day, buddy.
So now that we're all acquainted, this is pretty cool for me because this is like the meeting of a couple of friends, really good friends from across the the country, across my lifetime. I mean, Jed's been there the whole way, but since I've known Jed since I was about Jagger's age, I've had some really good friendships with the three of you, Andy, Joe, and Jason, and it's just pretty cool to get everyone together. Part of the reason I wanted to get this group together, I know that when we first started talking about doing a podcast, we talked about J and K all the way.
That's right, moving everything.
Double J on the side there. So we were going to do Jason, Jed, me, and Joe. I was trying to get this thing off the ground about a year and a half ago, and the three of us were living up in Maryland. Jed was down in Jacksonville. I knew I was going to be moving down to Jacksonville, and so I wanted to at least keep that connection alive and do the podcast. So Joe and I stayed in touch and really got fueled up to do this thing. We've been running it for, going on 3 months now, I think.
Yeah.
And, Andy is the guy who helped us get the website off the ground.
You the man. Oh, man.
And me.
Yep.
That's my contribution.
That's his contribution. That's all he can
That's
do.
better than me. I made zero contribution,
But
Kevin took the ball and ran with it, though. I just put the structure together.
Well, hey, but without that structure, I would have never got started. And that's the thing, so the background that Andy and I have is we had businesses, competing businesses across the streets from each other, and we were trying to steal each other's customers. And no, he had an ice cream shop, and he actually had a full-time job and was gung-ho about starting up a business, and he set up an ice cream shop kind of on the side, but as a full-time thing, And I did the same thing with my t-shirt company. I had a full-time job, but I really wanted to get the t-shirt company off the ground. So I set up this t-shirt company, and we were right across the street from each other, and he came in to get t-shirts, and he talked to Crystal. Next thing you know, I ran into him, and the rest is history. We got along really well. We lived in the same neighborhood and ended up hanging out, going to the gym pretty much every day for, better have it 2 or 3 years.
Yep. And we were on the same cruise where someone died, and we didn't even know it years prior.
We were talking about how we needed to get away. And actually, this is part of the podcast here because, as adults, we're always so busy. You always got so much to do, and you want to play your games or you want to go away for the weekend or whatever. Everything costs money. So we were talking about, when's the last time you've been on vacation? And he's like, oh man, it's been a long time. I want to go on a cruise. Last time I went on a cruise, someone died. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's crazy. Me too. Yeah, we went on this cruise at Carnival about 10 years ago. Someone died right on the boat and right in front of us. And he's like, yeah, it's crazy. Wonder if that happens all the time. I said, well, all I remember is, I was there with my brother. We had 26 people on the boat. It was the Patriots playoffs. And he's like, oh, that's cool. I think it was the Patriots playoffs when I went too. And I was living in New Orleans at the time when this all went down. We drove to Tampa to port out for this cruise. So lo and behold, we happened to be on the same cruise. We watched the same man die 10 years prior. And now I'm living in Jacksonville where his daughter just happens to live down the street. So Andy and I were destined to meet one way or another. Or we killed somebody and we just don't know it.
I don't know. But you know what? Just a fun fact about the cruises. I was talking to somebody that's been on literally 30 cruises, and 5 of those cruises, somebody died. Happens all the time.
Well, I guess, yeah. Have you
never been on a cruise yet? No.
Yeah, Jed's never
I
been
got a
on a
good
cruise.
reason not to go.
Bill Burr does a hilarious bit about people that go on cruises. I recommend listening.
Been on a military cruise.
not a cruise per se, right? So so that's my introduction with Andy. So Andy, he just built a nice gaming PC for his son, and I think he doesn't game too much. And I know this is a gaming podcast, but I think he'd bring in a good perspective about being a dad of a gamer kid. Definitely, his son is highly into gaming, and so he just spent a boatload of change on that. And then I'll introduce Jed as well. So Jed's sitting right next to me here. I've known him for going on 30 years, and we've been best friends, since probably around the day we met. Pretty much find ourselves on opposite sides of the country every couple of years or opposite sides of the world every couple of years or so since we graduated high school. But we've remained connected and stay as close as we do through it all. And he's going to be departing here in a little while, moving out to Italy, and again, going off the other side of the world, and we'll just remain. And that's the best thing about gaming these days is you don't need to be next door to be able to game like when we were kids. So that's Jed in a nutshell. He plays a lot of MMORPGs, right?
Yep. Right now I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online, but I go all back to EverQuest and what was the one before that? Ultima Online. Yep. So
I played both of those as well.
Hey, Kevin, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, my whole mic just shut out for like 5 minutes. I'm over here talking to my damn self.
Oh shit. Yeah, so this is great because I've been trying to remember. Actually, Joe, remember when we were playing Neverwinter? I got you and Adam to jump in Neverwinter for like an hour.
Yeah, 20 minutes I played that game. It was great.
Yeah, and Jed was in the group during that time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Now I played that game to level 20. It was level 20, but then the same old stuff happened, almost like Assassin's Creed.
Oh boy, he doesn't like Assassin's Creed.
Look, Jason, back me up. You hate Assassin's Creed too, don't you?
Well, it's the same regurgitated stuff. Every variation. I mean,
Boom. I try to get these guys to talk good about Assassin's Creed. I love that game.
I like the latest one though, the one in Egypt. That was mostly because it looked freaking amazing.
Hey, I did get a pretty cool email today though, Kevin. I did get accepted to the Nintendo press release.
Oh shit, you got it?
Yep, they emailed me today and said I was on the Nintendo press release email, and now I had to go sign up and create an account for Nintendo press release special events and different type of events and whatever else they want to give out to people. So I eventually, when that comes around or near the area, I can go to events and stuff. I have like passes and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
I will be getting passes, I should say, if something comes around the local area. So that's pretty neat.
That's pretty awesome. Really cool.
Yeah,
really cool.
I was excited. Kate, this lady that helped me out when I was in the military, she sent 200 Nintendo 3DS games, two 3DSs, and a bunch of other stuff from Nintendo for the military guys I was stationed with. So I emailed her again. I was like, hey, I'm not in anymore, but we got a podcast and a website going. Do you have anything to help me out with? And she's like, yeah, I can put you on the press release. I was like, sweet, sign me up.
She with Nintendo of America?
I mean, she's just with Nintendo. You Google Nintendo, and she's like one of the HR or not HR, but PR guys, public relations.
Okay.
So
yeah, Nintendo of America is pretty decent with that, but the Japan office they're terrible.
Real quick, Jason, remember we went to Disney and you guys all had to wait in line for like 4 or 5 hours to get on that one damn ride?
Yeah, the Avatar ride. Yeah.
Joe's the guy who could talk to the guy at the gate and get me in 3 minutes. And I didn't even wait in line. I just brought Jagger right on, walked right in while everyone stood in the rain. Who the fuck is that guy just walking right in?
Yeah.
Joe could sell, he could sell water to a...
I can sell ice to an Eskimo, bro.
Yeah, ice to an Eskimo. It
was funny. I mean, I was just sitting there because I remember that was the day I was in the wheelchair because my knee was swollen. I could hardly walk. So I wheeled up there and I was like, hey, man, I got like 20 people in my family. They're across the park. They're on their way. Can you give them passes when they get here? He's like, yeah, man, whenever you get back from riding the ride, let me know who they are. They'll get on. And then no shit. I got off the ride and here come the whole crew. I was like, hey, man, all those guys are with me. And then every one of them just ran up the fucking free pass line. I was like, nice.
You should see, they shut the park down for this friggin' ride. They open it up 2 hours early, and the second the park opens up, it's a 40-minute wait. The second it opens up, and then within 10 minutes, it's a 4-hour wait.
And it really was. We waited 4 hours for that damn thing, but it was worth it. It was
one
awesome.
Of the coolest rides ever. I mean, you ever see remember Vertigo when you're a kid in like Canopy Lake Park or whatever? Mm-hmm. It's like that, where you're you're riding one of those Banshees, and everything around you, it's like 180 degrees. You see the Avatar world, and it's in super, super high definition, and you're flying through it, and the Banshee's like, moving as you're going through.
Andy's like, man, fuck Disney World. I got Kings Island up here.
We got that. I'm more on Cedar Point, a little north, but we do got Kings Island down there, Mason. Kevin, you are Mr. Amusement Park aficionado. You do got to come up here and check out Cedar Point and Kings Island. You guys should do a tour.
So I have yet to be to Cedar Point, man. Andy, now that I know you, we're good friends. I already seen your face.
Bring it up.
We're going to Cedar Point, man.
Now's the best time to go. All the Amish are gone. The place is crawling with the Amish.
So, Jason, you're my wrestling buddy. I mean, you're the one who got me back into
Not anymore, man. I'm fucking out of that.
You're out?
Kinda. I don't know. I've given up on it.
Oh, tell me what happened.
I still I still kind of keep up with it, but I don't really watch it other than the pay-per-views. Like, it's just
really?
It's just the same storylines, just constantly rehashed.
Well, just you wait. I'm calling it this year. I'm calling WrestleMania. We're going to see War Raiders coming from NXT to WWE, and they're going to be at WrestleMania. And I'll be able to say that I know somebody who has wrestled at WrestleMania.
I have no idea what the hell you even said.
Yeah, that I'm pumped for. But yeah, just Raw, like, NXT is decent, but Raw and SmackDown are just abysmal right now.
Yeah, so I've talked about it, I think, once or twice in the past, but Jed and I, we did this, we were stupid backyard wrestlers when we were a kid, and we had a lot of fun with it. My friend Darren, who is also, he's been invited to this, he's not on the call today, he'll be in a future one. He's a video gamer, mostly a PC player, but he was also big into the WVF with Jed and I and my brother and a whole boatload of other people. And we had a guy in our group, his name was Todd. And I wouldn't say he's a good friend of mine, but he's a friend of mine. He's on my Facebook. I've known him for going on 20 years now. And after WVF, he went on to just work with Killer Kowalski's Wrestling. And he joined, he's been working the circuit for the last 20-something years. And he finally made it to WWE. He's in NXT now as the one half of the War Raiders. He's Hanson, the bigger guy with the longer beard. And he's a massive dude, really, really good person. He keeps his head down, and he really works hard. That's been his motto his entire career. So I really hope to see this guy just win.
He's got the look that Vince likes too.
He does, like, and one of the things is he's his entire career he's been putting people over. He's one of those guys, like a Hugh Morris or something, where he knows the skill set. He's really agile as a big guy, so it's easy to take that guy who has been working for the business for a while and put over a younger guy or somebody who just showed up who you're trying to push. And he was always stepping up to do that. So you look through his entire career, he's won a ton of championships on his own and as a tag team. But I always said, you just need to be a beast. Just go out there and be a beast. Stop letting people beat you and be the unbeatable. So this team he's on now,
I could beat him.
You could beat him.
I know I could. I'd close my eyes and put an arm behind my back, and it'd be a 1, 2, 3, bro. It's over.
Was he a character in Darren's WVF video game? How funny would that be if a WWE character is now in that video game that Darren created?
That's right. Yeah, because Darren, so our buddy Darren, he actually
probably is actually.
He used to make video games. So he uses RPG Maker, or he did in the past. I can't wait to talk to him about it. But he made a video game based off of you have no idea the amount of inside jokes that got conjured and created amongst our group of friends. Kind of, we have them now too. Everybody has them, but we had hundreds and hundreds of inside jokes. Inside jokes that would become jokes to new people who just came to be part of the group, and they grew on people. And so my buddy created this video game and tucked all these hidden treasures inside this video game that you'd be like, I'm going to go play Darren's game, and you'd just walk through a door and something would happen that would make one or two people in the world laugh. But you just would have to appreciate the level of detail that this kid put into this stuff. And
does he still have that game? Is it still around?
I'm sure he might. We'll have to ask him.
Yeah, just so we can play it to reminisce.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Darren.
I mean, speaking of video game, Andy, what are you on, man? What are you playing?
Don't even get me started. Well, the last video game, I like video games that you can beat. And the last game I beat was the Incredibles video game on PS2 and the SpongeBob SquarePants the movie game on PS2, which are both awesome games.
This dude's talking about me.
I gave up on GTA on the PC because I couldn't plant the bomb with the helicopter, and I just started going on killing sprees.
He's talking about PS2, man. This has my eyes watering.
That's the extent. But I just did build a freaking Mac Daddy gaming PC that's in the next room over. I'll give this on maybe on the next panel. I don't touch it. My son does. He's all into the Fortnite, gamer tags, diehard maniac. Play with him if you guys play Fortnite. And he plays 2K basketball. That's his two main games.
Okay,
but
nice.
The cool thing was those games don't exist on the Xbox, right? Because you got him the Xbox One, so you bought him the PC and put this thing together thousands of dollars, right? So he could play these special games that don't exist on the other systems, right?
I don't know. You tell me because to me it looks like I paid $1,000 plus so he could play the same freaking games on a PC that he plays on the Xbox.
But it's
cooler, Dad. It's cooler.
But the PC lights up, so
wow. Damn.
It's got lit up fans and whatnot.
He spent $1,000 on 2 fans.
Yeah. 3 fans, and I can't even figure out how to make the colors change. They're all red right now. I got to go into the BIOS. I'm like, what am I? Come on, send me into the BIOS.
It's like going into the Matrix, man. Once you get in, you can't get out.
Yeah. F2, my ass.
F12. What the hell is that?
Yeah, right.
That's the biggest tornado I've ever heard of.
Graphics can only look so good on Fortnite, which is what he's 100% playing right now, right?
Yeah. I played some Fortnite. I learned how to hit the golf ball with the ice pick thing.
Nice.
How does that make you feel, though? You built multiple $1,000 PC to play something people can play on their.
I know. That's how my wife was like, what do you do? You know, this is ridiculous. You just spent $1,000 on a toy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, first of all, I just wanted to not hear about it anymore because I just kept hearing about it like on a daily basis. He's bringing me lists of all the pieces of it that you got to get and yada, yada, yada. I used to be in IT. I know how to build a computer. So I'm like, fine, I'll just do it. And then I'm like, to justify it, I'm like, well, he can use it for homework and stuff like that too. Not like there's anything other than Xbox or whatever Fortnite going on that thing. 2K now also. I haven't seen anything else.
Wait till he asks you for money for loot boxes on the 2K. I heard that's
dude. Oh my god, the new 2K just came out, so he bought that, and he gets credited some money in advance that he's supposed to get for mowing the grass and whatnot. So I'm like, fine, but you got to mow the grass for free, which then it gets shoved off to the last minute. It hasn't happened. So 2K just came out and he got it, and then he had to buy like something else. Then I get a phone call after first of all, I found out he's getting a D+ in Spanish. So I'm like, after all this, there's this D+ in Spanish action going on here. Now your mother's trying to pull the plug on this whole game. I got to talk quietly. Your mom's trying to pull the plug on this whole freaking gaming system. Like, she's like, no more games. I'm like trying to keep it cool. He calls me and is like, can I get $25 so I can get, I'm like, for what? And he's like, for 2K. I'm like, you just fucking got it. And he's like, well, I want to create a center. I guess you got to so now that's the rub. I'm like having I'm not on steroids, but I would be having a steroid rage because I'm just like, these games are like hacked into my checking account through this child because I just want to make him happy. But I bought the game already. Why do I got to pay $25 for something else? Then it's Fortnite's the worst. I found out what skins are. They're nothing. It's a joke. It's an outfit for your digital character. $10.
20. They go for 20.
Kevin, why didn't we think of this 10 years ago? Crazy.
Probably did.
Or if you want the skin that's attached to a phone, go buy the $900 phone so you can get that Galaxy skin.
Yeah, you could get a Galaxy and get the skin for that for $900.
Oh, there's a Fortnite, because that's the other thing. He says his buddies play on the phone. I'm like, how the fuck you play on a phone? I mean, I guess they do. They just sit there playing. I guess it's on what you get used to. So you can get a certain skin if you have a phone.
Yeah.
To play it.
Deal.
The Galaxy phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you buy the Galaxy phone, you get a skin, but he's pretty cool, right? I mean,
it looks cool, but it's not worth $900.
It's not the phone that's $900. It's the skin.
No. Yeah, it's the phone, but you get the skin as an ancillary prize.
Oh, gotcha.
But there's people paying $900 for that skin.
Yes.
Don't kid yourself.
Mommy, Daddy, can I have this phone just to get?
Hey, Andy.
Yes.
Ask Kevin how he got the skin.
How'd you get it? You got it?
No.
Yeah, he went into freaking Best Buy, man, and logged into one of the phones and stole it. He didn't pre-order shit. You
know what's funny though? It turns out you had to log in. You had to play 3 games. So I sat there at Best Buy for an hour talking to this salesman, pretending like I was going to buy this fucking phone while downloading Fortnite, smiling at him, And the whole time the guy's like, "Oh yeah, this and that." I get the whole thing downloaded. I logged in. I played a game right in front of him. I let it go, and I was like, "Oh, by the way, T-Mobile, right?" And he's like, "Oh, we don't sell T-Mobile phones." I was like, "Oh, that's what I got. Sorry, man." And I turned around and left, and he thought he had a sale, only to find out that was an hour of wasted time because you have to play it 3 times, not once. So
that's how they get you, man.
That is. Well, I mean, you don't.
Wow, I like that little workaround though. I'm gonna have to try that. I won't try it. I'll send Andrew, my son, into Best Buy to do this little recon thing. Is this still a thing, Kevin, or is this gone?
It is, but it can only happen on one device, or each device it can only happen once. So there's retail phones that are out there.
And then he would have it to use on the PC or on the Xbox, or you got to use it on the phone.
Any account.
You could be the coolest dad in the world if you go buy that phone for him, $900. Then he's got the Galaxy skin. Think about it,
dude. He'll have a $900 phone, a $2,000 PC. He'll be the talk of the town.
This is crazy. This ain't our lifestyle. I want a dirt bike, man. That's all I want.
Just go buy the dirt bike, man. Just buy it. See,
just get it.
We lost Jason. I think he had to drop. I heard his dog barking. But when you were being quiet there for a second, you said you had to stay quiet. That's wife aggro, Andy. I was trying to explain to you earlier what wife aggro meant. That's it.
Oh, I gotcha.
You experienced it.
But keeping quiet, keeping on the DL.
You got to keep it down. You don't want to aggro the wife.
I just did. I got a text message. I'm too loud. Damn it.
I have one quick question, not to bring back the wrestling really quick, but I know all the stories of the Virgil Wrestling Federation.
World Virtual
Is that-
Federation. Yep.
WVF.
WVF. Yep.
WVF. So you were the CEO.
Yes.
You were also the choking boys, which I think is hilarious.
Yes.
Or the choking guys.
That sounds so bad in so many ways.
It was funny.
Jed, what was your character?
The Reaper.
The
That's
Reaper.
actually my,
Okay.
beforehand
That's
as well.
I like it. Sounds better than the choking boys. That just sounds real rough.
So the story behind the
Well, since you're on
Boys-
video, Kevin, you got to show them the dance you guys would do or whatever it was, your guys' walk.
So my brother, he used to be a hellion in school. So did you ever in high school? Did you ever have to go do like CPR on fake bodies?
No, we did it on real people because we had freaking drug addicts dying in class.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so in our school, they had like test dummies with these faces, and they basically just had these faces that were sitting in like, I don't know, rubbing alcohol or whatever, and you'd take it out, you'd fit the face onto a capsule or whatever, and then you would have to do the CPR, and you breathe into the mouth of this. It was like a real life face, and my brother thought it would be funny if he just stole a couple of those faces, which are like hundreds of dollars. I mean, medical equipment alone, but you know, he copped a few. And then when we took them home, we realized, shit, that'd be a good tag team. So we cut the eyeballs out of these lifelike looking rubber faces. And every time the characters came out, it was just me and my brother. We were the choking guys, because that's the character, right? They were choking. They were the that's how
International
the stupidest shit,
sign
man.
of choking.
You have no idea. When you're 14 years old, you come up with the dumbest stuff, but this humor has lasted 30 years, 20 years. So the choking guys, yeah, and every move we had to have like a choke slam or a throat chop or something like that. That was their gimmick. And we really couldn't use them that often because the masks would fall off your face, but that was...
I think you did show me something on YouTube or on something, that video game you were mentioning, because now it's all coming back to me. Isn't the choking guys in the video game? Or
I
sort
put
of
them into
animated thing.
Video game. I spent a good 40 hours trying to convert video games into YouTube videos, and I had a hard drive that just fucking died on me not too long ago, and I lost a bunch of Jed stuff that I made for them, and I was converting VHS tapes to AVI files, and I had all this stuff, man, and it's just gone, so I have to redo it. But yeah, I'm trying to rebuild all the WVF characters in WWE 2K18, but unfortunately, with a million other things going on, I just don't have the time. It takes a long time. But I could download Todd. I didn't have to recreate Todd. I just downloaded him because our friend is in the WWE. Not sure if I mentioned that.
Oh, okay.
Just download him, the guy that we wrestled.
Well, tell Todd he needs to go ahead and share our freaking podcast with everybody else in the WWE, and by the time that shit gets full circle, we'll be millionaires.
Yeah, that's the key right there. No,
you gotta use your connections, bro.
No, I want to get him on here. Actually, I want to talk a little bit about wrestling here or there, so it actually pertains to our podcast. And
well, give me a week in advance so I can do some research on wrestling. Be like, yo, I watched that match you were in. It was awesome. Not really, but yes.
No, dude, this guy's a beast, and I have a video that I won't share publicly. I don't think he'd like it, but him and actually one of our listeners, Miko, they were best friends. They're still pretty tight, and Miko's one of our very fanatic listeners. He's been listening to our podcast since episode 1, and he actually wants to write a review or two on our website, so I gave him access to do so.
More the merrier.
Miko and Todd put on one of the most amazing matches in the WVF ever. It was ridiculous. The really bloody one where they were...
The thumbtacks.
Everything. Fire, thumbtacks, those fluorescent light tubes.
Oh, yes.
I mean, just crazy. These two cut each other open. It was their last match ever in the WVF, and it was ridiculous.
Wasn't there a barbed wire bat?
Barbed wire bat across the face. And these guys really hit each other hard. I mean, I'll show it to you. I have the video on YouTube somewhere. It's ridiculous. But I'll show it to you. It'll give you some respect for this guy. You'll also think he's a little crazy, but when we get him on the podcast, you'll be able to ask him a little bit about it. I'll get him on here one of these days.
A good guest for the podcast.
I think so. I don't think.
Remember that time you got hit in the face with a barbed wire bat?
So we have about 1 minute left before this thing's gonna cut us off. No, 4 minutes. We have 4 minutes. What I want to do real quick is just kind of start bringing us towards the end of this segment, and hopefully we'll be able to do this a little bit more, getting you guys on, because I think it's fun to be able to just shoot the shit and get a perspective. One of the reasons I wanted to do this is our demographics. I don't anticipate kids listening. They might. I hope they do, but really it's for adults and adult gamers and adult gamer dads and things like that. So, Andy, one day you'll pick up a controller, you'll join us in Fortnite or Call of Duty.
You'll join us.
But
You'll join us. It'll be okay. For now,
You
you're
know-
just getting, access. We're getting you worked up.
I used to play Counter-Strike, and I would get made fun of for being an idiot. And I just liked running around and shooting people, and
then you'd fit in with me
but
because
I just don't have the hand-eye coordination. So, but man, you never know. I might get into that Fortnite. I was in Fortnite getting the training from my son, and it's tough.
Joe, you would have loved this. So Jed hasn't played Fortnite in what, 6 months?
Oh gosh, more than that.
Probably 5-6 months, right? And he comes over to the house. He sees me playing the new season. He throws on Fortnite. First game back,
Oh yeah,
we won.
yeah, it was crazy.
His first game back, we won. And then didn't we win again a couple days later?
Yeah, we won.
We've won 2. He's only played like 4 games since he's come back. He's 500. He's won 2 out of the 4 games.
I didn't win one. You won one that same night almost, I think, because you hid for a long time. Like you were.
I did, but that was the
hiding
best.
around that, yeah.
Joe, did you ever see that video I sent you? It was so we get on. I'll just set the tone real quick. We'll wrap up the podcast with this. So Jed and I get on, and there's these 2 kids, just probably 14 or 15 years old, screaming in our ears. And so I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that video. Yeah.
The kid's like,
And you end up winning?
He starts talking very effeminate, and it sounded like he was joking. And I was like, dude, just talk normal and whatever. And they're like, this is my real voice. And I was like, it's not my real voice. Cut the shit. And we went back and forth. It turns out, I guess that was his real voice, right? So, no harm, no foul. I'm not trying to make fun of gay people, but, the guy was being super, super annoying. And I said, being annoying, or being gay doesn't make you annoying. Being annoying makes you annoying. I know gay people. I don't care if you're gay or not. It doesn't bother me that you're gay. It bothers me you're screaming in my fucking ear. So these 2 kids end up trying to hurt us by leaving the game. And then that's the game that Jed and I went on to win. And it was 30 minutes later. I lasted a while. And at the end of it, I was laughing so hard. I was like, holy shit, I'm going to send this video to those 2 fuckers. So I did. I put it together and I spent an hour and a half modifying this thing and making a montage of the killing all the people and everything. And I even put their shit at the beginning. And I sent it over to them, and they apologized. So that was
That's funny.
It was a good feeling.
Man,
I'll keep posting the videos of my kids winning and just say it's me. It's fine.
That's right. So Joe just put up a review today on our website, thebacklogexposed.com. It's also going to be on teamemargaming.com, and it's a review of Spider-Man. Joe, as we wrap up, we have a minute left. Tell us, should we buy it or not? You got the
Man, you gotta buy that game, dude. I'm at 84% right now. Just got through fighting Scorpion and Rhino. Dude, this game is legit. It's so fun, man. Everything about it is. I don't have anything bad to say about it. The only bad thing I think I can say about it is it's probably looking like it's going to be too quick to beat. There needs to be more. But I did hear there's a DLC coming pretty soon. So that being said, there is going to be more coming on the game. So it's a definite buy. 100%. Get it.
Nice. Okay,
Spider-Man.
So this
All right.
This meeting's going to cut out. Andy, Jed, thank you. Jason, if you're listening, thank you for joining. You guys have anything to say as we wrap it up?
catch you guys later.
All right, later, Andy.
See you.
Awesome. Talk to you guys in a bit. Thanks again.
Later.